What's up, guys? Crypto Mike here with the mic check. 1 2 1 2. I just want to make sure this thing's on. Is this thing on? Hopefully you guys are doing well today. A little more of the market correction we're seeing. So we better get used to it, I think. That's what I think. We're gonna have to get used to it for a little while, at least, as far as crypto markets going down. So anyways, though, it's all good, you know. It's like back to square one for me, and I don't even mind, you know. That's the thing, because now I get to actually focus on more important things, to be honest. Like just using the law of attraction, you know, to create the life I want for myself. And I've done it before, I'll do it again. I kind of got away from that for a few years, from that mindset, and I'm happily gonna be diving into it again. Hold on a sec, I'm walking the dog. I gotta pick up some poop. Just give me 1 sec. I'm happily going to be diving back into that mindset. And one thing I'm very, very stoked about is that I have so much more experience and therefore wisdom, knowledge on how this stuff actually works. So this time, it's not a practice round. This is the first inning. Hold on, bud. Hold on. So hopefully you guys are doing well. I'm just taking a walk around the block, and maybe you guys, maybe I'll say something that'll resonate with you. Now let me know if you can even hear me though. Hold on. How's it going? What's up, man? Oh, hold on. Let me throw this away. It's trash day, so I luckily get to throw the poop away in someone's trash can. Nice. Otherwise, I have to walk around the whole block with it. Alright, so what's up, Zenobio? How you doing, brother? Give me a sec. It's actually a little more difficult than I thought it would be, walking and talking with the dog. But anyways. So yeah, I mean, honestly, dude, I'm not gonna buy. Hey, get out of there. Come on. I'm not gonna buy too much more XRP, maybe. But like, I wouldn't go all in. That's for sure. That's for sure. And the reason for that being is that I don't know. I mean, I see a balance coming. With the XRP community. Has a lot of truthers, a lot of good souls in it. Optimistic people, a lot of innocent people make up the XRP community, and for some reason it's hard for me to imagine that the ruling elite would like want these type of people to get rich. I don't know, but that's just a thought, you know. I'm always back and forth with my thoughts, but that is definitely one of the ones I have not sold. I've sold the majority of my portfolio, to be honest, but that's one I will never sell. Oh, excuse me. Sorry, guys. So, anyways, yeah, no, I'm holding. It's locked away. My XRP is locked away, and I forget about it. It's like someday it might make me super rich, you know. So, but that is one of the ones that are like, you got to kind of pay attention to, because I mean, this lawsuit with the SEC, I mean, wouldn't it be groundbreaking? Well, it would be revolutionary if Ripple won this lawsuit, right? I don't know if that'll happen, but if that happens, I mean, the SEC is going to be crushed, right? And so, I mean, when I think about it, you know, when you think about it, I believe they either sued SpaceX or Tesla, and they also sued Amazon early on. And look how both of those companies went, or all three of those actually. Look how well that went. Also, too, now this is where it gets kind of weird, because Ripple is hiring like 300 new employees, while Coinbase is laying off, I think like 15% of the company or something. And I think a lot of these exchanges, big crypto players, are starting to lay their employees off, but not Ripple. So Ripple's actually expanding hardcore too. And so that means, well, that's extremely bullish for Ripple. We still know that they deny XRP is part of Ripple. It's just something that Ripple's like using, right? On their XRP ledger. So anyways, so yeah, those thoughts kind of go through my head. It's just like a back and forth. So honestly, it is like, you better have some XRP, but I wouldn't go all in, you know what I mean? So anyways, just responding to the only comment I saw was Zenobio's, but I had to turn the comments off because I'm walking. So anyways, well, with that said, how are we going to live within this year? This next year is super crucial, and everyone's saying it now too. It's like across the board, this is what people are saying now. You better, like, the only way you're gonna survive, and it's true, and we knew it and we know it, and it's actually coming to fruition, is that the middle class is being destroyed. That's what the elite want. They've been planning it for a long time. So you're either going to be poor or super rich, and I mean, isn't that kind of depressing? It's depressing, but that's what they want. Everything we hear is hold on, I want to make sure you guys can hear me. That would be so stupid if I was talking to myself. Hold on, can you guys hear me? It's not showing me. Okay, it's not showing me the chat for some reason. Huh. That's weird. I don't know if you can hear me, but either way, whatever. Okay, so it's ingrained into our society nowadays that to push fear. Like, when you go on YouTube and you see like these crazy, like, scary kind of clips or scary thumbnails or whatever, and it's just shocking, and you're like, no way, but you go click on it even if you don't believe it, and that's why fear gets the most revenue. Come on, bud, come on, hey, come on, there's no dogs there, come on. So yeah, fear makes the most money, basically. I guess people are more interested in bad things than good things. And that's because most of us don't know how to use, and you don't have to call it the law of attraction. It's just it's a force of nature. It's just a natural occurrence that happens in our universe that basically, like, no one wants us to really know. Like the elite don't ever talk about it, but they know the secrets. Or how do you think they got there? How do you think they got there if they didn't use this force of nature, law of attraction? Come on, get out of there, buddy. Come on. I don't know what he's digging through, like trash. Come on, you're a stand-up individual, aren't you, buddy? You don't need to eat trash. And so anyways, so what? Yeah, I mean, these elite people, they know exactly how to use it, And then of course there's a lot of FUD on law of attraction. Oh, it doesn't work. That's bullshit. Trust me, it works. I can tell you, like, firsthand. I used the law of attraction, and it helped me become like a gentleman who was 7 times better than the person I was before I started using it. And it helped me financially, spiritually, physically, mentally, everything. And it's all in your mind. It's all in the head. If you whatever you think becomes your reality, and the more you think it, the more it becomes your reality. My neighbor just drove by. So like what you think grows. You keep thinking it, and it's like a mind trick. It's a mind hack. It's a life hack, really. Yeah, it's a major life hack that not a lot of people really understand. And I really wish people would understand this more if they would like to be happier, you know? It really just takes learning the law of attraction to become a happy individual with a happy life. You don't even have to have money. You don't have to have anything. If you know how to use the law of attraction, you know that you create everything in your life. It almost sounds kind of crazy, but it's kind of like magic, you know? I mean, really, you know, if you think something every day, if you think about fear, if you live in that fear mindset, if you live in a fear lifestyle to where that's all you talk about, that's you know, you go to work every day and the only thing you know how to talk about is the news or something, because it's small talk, but it's always negative. And now we've got so many problems in this country, in the U.S. at least, and throughout the world, that fear is just engulfing the minds of the citizens of this world, and it's used to control people. And it's really sad though, but everyone is clamoring now to make a lot of money in the next few years so that they can become one of the 1%, or at least in the upper class. And honestly, I'm not gonna be thinking about that, because that would be the most stressful thing in the world. Now, like I said in my last video, I've humbled myself so I can tell you that I thought I was definitely gonna be part of the 1%. Just because of how much we made in crypto the last few years, or the last 3 years. I was like, oh shit, you know, it's easy if you play your cards right, if you know how to do research, and you know people, you know who to talk to, you got to have a little inside information in order to make it these days. And really all it takes is a lot of research, or talking to different people, whatever. And also to if you have a strong intuition, that's a big deal. Use your intuition. So you know, like I said, I've been humbled because my portfolio has shrank so much, because I was stupid, not smart. I thought I was being smart. I thought I was super smart. Had a big head for a few years because I've made so much money. But what I did was I was stupid, and I put a lot of my money into shit coins. And those shit coins, a couple of them pretty much rugged. Like Vesper hasn't rugged, but it's just a slow rug, it seems. I don't know if they're ever planning. I don't know what they're doing, but I had a lot of faith in them. Also, don't buy meme, the meme token. I don't know what's going on with them, but I thought they had it together more. But they're going through some weird shit in the community, and I'm pretty much done with it. But anyways, so yeah, I thought I was very smart, which I am very smart, but I thought I was smart in the wrong way, where it was pretty much a learning experience. I'm glad I went through, because I'm still alive. I'm still healthy, because I've been off of the liquor or the beer for a few days, like 4 or 5 days now, and I feel way better. Oh my gosh, it's ridiculous. I mean, I was fearing for my life for quite a while there, but as soon as I got off the beer, I'm like, okay, I can make it. I'll make it. And heck yeah. So But what I was doing was I didn't have the right mindset, you know. I was lost, actually. I got lost, you know. And like I said, it's a great learning experience to know how you would react to having a large amount of money. Now we have a few years, I think, before we see another like what was it, like a July of 2020 kind of bull run. August, it was like between April and August. I think we're gonna see that again. We're gonna have to wait for Bitcoin to bottom and consolidate, and then we need to see a major move up, and that'll be our bullish confirmation. So it might take a few years, but that's good though, because that was the test run. That last run was the test run, and this time it's gonna take like even more brains to get rich, or just make it. But it's basically, you're not gonna want to be in all these shit coins. I don't know what the next mania is gonna be like. If you can figure out what the next mania will be and get in early, you're gonna make a ton of money. But that's the thing, it's tough to know because there's so many different sectors now in the crypto space. But anyways, back to law of attraction. Let me see if people are still here, then they can hear me. The chat is not showing up for some reason. I'm sure you guys are chatting. Anyways. Well, people are still here, so I'm supposing you can hear me. So yeah, well, law of attraction. Now, this is something that you need to do is basically just learn how to use the law of attraction just a little bit, and then start practicing, and it becomes your whole life. You can choose who you are, like what happens in your life. Like, you really do. You put out good energy. I mean, I'm telling you, man, I made that video the other day. I'm so sweaty. Oh my god. I made that video the other day, and I was like, you know what? I'm proud of myself. I feel good. I expressed myself. You know, I was honest and real, and it felt great. And I had a wonderful day that day. And I've been having good days ever since. So what you do, and I made that decision. I was like, you know what? I mean, I hadn't done anything on YouTube for like 6 months. I was like, no, you know what? I'm gonna go and just spill my guts out, you know, and tell people kind of where I've been and what's going on with me. I know I've been quiet, not really talking to anyone. Come on, hey, Newton, come on. So, anyways, and it felt great, and and then I got a call from a friend that I haven't talked to in a long time, and that was awesome because she gave me some really, she gave me some really good advice, and it was wonderful. So, I'm taking a step forward every single day now. I've been going on hikes, been really playing with this dog a lot and making sure he gets enough attention. I got a great haircut the other day, and I'll tell you what, guys, you want a great haircut? Just getting good with your hair cutter, like whoever it is, just have a really friendly conversation with them. And that's what I did. I was talking about the keto diet, and we were having a great conversation, like we were sitting down like with a cup of coffee, but she was cutting my hair, and like the whole time she's asking me, how is this, do you want to do it like this or that? Like, I'm like, dude, all you got to do is be open. So that's one part, that's one thing. Making the decision to open your heart up to the world and let them see you. That's a decision. And and it really like forgive me, my mind is still kind of scattered from the years of drinking. But it's a decision. I mean, that's the first step. Make a decision, go stick with it, and see how it goes. And like I said in my last video, these words are crucial. If you think you should do something but you don't want to, you probably need to in order to grow. And that's very crucial in advancing, growing spiritually, mentally, even physically. We'll go on a walk again later, buddy. Actually, I'm going to go inside and see if my chat is on. I'm going to look on my computer. Make sure you guys can actually hear me, because I'm using my earbuds. Okay. Looks like you guys are here. Some of you. Anyways, just give me 1 sec. I'll just open the chat up real quick so I can make sure there's no sound issues. And so, yeah, I mean, I've been sweating so much. So I know it's because I've gained weight, and probably also something to do with all the drinking. And so I'm really nervous, but I think it'll be all right as long as I keep exercising and get fit. Okay, just give me a sec. Because like when I'm not drinking, well, I have been smoking a little bit of weed, but only at night and just like a hit or two, just to kind of help me go to sleep, pretty much. Give me a sec. Oh, hold on. But I figure the more I go on YouTube and talk and stuff like I used to, I feel better, because there's a lot of people out there, and also I love your comments. There was so many on my last video that really helped me too, big time. And so you gotta put yourself out there. You gotta like, it's imperative. If you want a happy life, you have to at least be talking to people, you know? So let me turn this on. Okay. I just want to see who's here and how many people are here, and if you can hear me. Here we go. Hey, Crypto Mike. I show up right away. That's so cool. What we think we become. Well, that's the truth. That's the gosh darn truth, man. Hold on. New pinned chat. You can now pin a message. I haven't done this in so long. Okay, they've updated a little. Okay, sounds great. Awesome. Thanks, John. Sweetness. Cool. I'm gonna make this here. Okay, so thanks for the super chat. Sadius, welcome, brother. I missed you for a while. Glad to see you back on YouTube. Law of attraction is a fact. It definitely works. So yeah. Now I wouldn't say it's a fact, because it's not. Well, they haven't done any studies to. Well, they haven't made any effort to like do an extensive study on this and then publicly publicly report it. You know, the findings. They haven't made an effort. So I do think it's a fact, but it's, you know, just out there. You can't say it because people will be like, "What? You're crazy. It's not real." You know, but it is. I used it to better my life in every single way. Not every way. I still have relationship issues with certain people in my family and friends, and I've burnt a lot of bridges over the years. So I can't say every single thing, got better, but I started becoming happy. I started becoming more confident in myself. I started loving myself, because you have to love yourself first before you can love anyone else, right? So if your intention is to go out there like helping other people and caring for other people and loving them and trying to show them what they can do to better their lives, if that's a possibility, then you will. But you have to be able to do that to yourself. You have to be able to do that for yourself first. Um, that's a huge thing. What's up, Zenob? Good morning, sir. When is the bottom? Well, I'm thinking the bottom is going to be around 16,800. Or that'll be the next. But then I also thought the bottom might be 25,000. So the true bottom, I mean, I'd say I just don't think we're gonna go below like 10,000 again. But see, that's where I don't know. I have no idea. That's why it's like, don't just forget about it for now. We had our fun. That's the kind of like reality that's kind of setting in now, right? We already had our fun, and the poor XRP holders didn't have much fun. But the thing is, it's like, well, if it pretty much, like, it would probably be a good thing to have some, because like when that lawsuit gets settled or dismissed or whatever, the price of XRP is gonna explode. It's gonna have to. Why not? I mean, why wouldn't it? Like, what happened when they announced the lawsuit? It dumped hard, and then it kind of ran a little bit with the bull market, but not really too much. It never made a new all-time high, but so neither did Litecoin or what's the other ones? I think Bitcoin Cash, just the old school ones, Stellar. None of those like made a new all-time high, so it's kind of interesting. But we just basically made room for all this new stuff, which was like equivalent to the ICO craze of 2017. We had this, we had the metaverse thing. That was huge, and that was, to me, that was kind of unexpected. So whoever was invested in the metaverse, like when Zuckerberg announced his Meta change, to Facebook, they probably made off very well. But I was not invested in the metaverse at all. Like maybe a little, but not much. And then you had all the food coins, all the meme coins. You had Shiba, Doge, which was ridiculous. And what's going to happen now is the market's going to clean itself out. I mean, there's a huge filter being placed on this market now, and we're seeing. I mean, we saw Luna collapse. Luna of all blockchains, like, I was not expecting that whatsoever. I'm glad I wasn't in. And I'm sincerely, heartbroken for those who lost everything, because a lot of people had their life savings in U.S.T. So, and now Celsius, and so what's next? There's a lot of rumors about Tether. And once that collapses, well, yeah, I mean, that's it. That's when Bitcoin will go below 10,000 for sure. That's what I think. And that might be in the cards. We might be seeing that sometime soon. I mean, that everything is cascading right now. Just maybe putting a short on the market and just forgetting about it, just a small short, little bit of leverage, or maybe even no leverage. You can buy those bull or bear coins on KuCoin and the other exchanges. Okay, so what's up, Miss C? What's up, Darcy? Hey, Darcy, did I see you in, I think I saw you in Overflowed Nexus's chat last night. I'm not sure. So, left life-changing money on the table and messed up bad. Seriously, no, a lot of us did, RB. A lot of us did, And I thought I had time, I was like, well, we still have another big bounce up, we have we have the blow off top to look forward to. But no, it didn't come this time. But why would we expect it if it's, Bitcoin's only been around for like 11 years, right? Okay, so law of attraction changed my life. Worked on things I wanted and successfully got them, and watching other crypto YouTubers make it while I made me happy. What do you think of Elrond? I don't know much about Elrond. I've heard a lot of good things about it though. Elrond Gold. So I don't know a whole lot about it though. I don't even know what its purpose is, or like what its use is. Now, Quant is another. What's up, Dill? Quant is another one that was like very surprising to me. Um, and whoever was in early, really made off well on that one. Um, and I'm sure they will continue to like in the future with that one. I don't own any yet, but I probably should. I'm still a big Link person. I still really believe Link is gonna surprise people, and it's also seemingly a bear market token. Um, well, it was last market, or last cycle. So, but I'm gonna check more into quant. Right now, though, I'm focused on really not too many coins anymore. Just I'm actually stacking Bitcoin, Ethereum, Chainlink. Um, I mean, come on, Chainlink has huge ties to the World Economic Forum. Like, so regardless of like what you think about them, I think it has a very high chance of succeeding. Um, just like Bearable Bull says, like you might not agree with the system, but these people are the elite are going to make what they want to happen. It's gonna happen, despite regardless if it crumbles and falls apart. I think they still have a last hurrah in them. So, and who knows what's gonna happen? We don't know. But Quant huh? That's an old school one. I haven't heard about that one in a long time. Yeah, stacking. I don't know what LMIK is. Never heard of that one. Hey, everyone, much love. Don't trip by the dip. I would say like maybe dollar cost average, but don't go all in on the dips right now because every single dip we have. I mean, this literally reminds me of 2018, leading into 2019. 2018, you would buy the dip, and it would dip more, and you'd be like, dang it. But if you were dollar cost averaging, it didn't matter. It didn't matter what the prices were. I was buying XRP for a year straight, and only XRP. That's it. And I still made money. It's crazy. I still made as much money as I did. I can't believe it. But I was buying XRP, and XRP wasn't doing anything, right? Remember? Nothing. Oh gosh. And then we had like, we thought it was going to go to $50 overnight, and that didn't happen. We thought it was going to go to 589 at the end of the year. Remember that? No, but XRP though has been so disregarded and dismissed that it would make sense to have some because that's usually what happens. Like remember Ethereum before it blew up? Remember that? Ethereum was like under $100 just a few years ago, and no one wanted to buy it. Everyone was trashing it hardcore. Everyone was trashing Ethereum. Anyways, yeah, I'm doing Uber. I'm actually gonna go probably pick up a rental car today and actually use it. And I gotta be making money now so I can dollar cost average this dip, so I can start over and do this thing again and do it the right way. So that's something I'm thankful for. And like most people will be like miserable or complaining. No, don't complain about this. Like just be a man and get through it, or a woman. Be a woman or a man and just go get through it. And make sure you learn from the past so you're not practicing insanity, right? Um, because like if you don't move forward from this now, you're never gonna move forward. Like this is a crucial time in human history right now. I mean, we are flipping. This is a flippening, of wealth, basically. Wealth is being flipped into different assets. It's a wealth transfer. So, what's up, Rudy? How you doing? Thank you, man. Appreciate it. Appreciate your kind words. You guys had left the best comments the other day. I'm gonna read some of them, and like literally just doing that video, and I know I didn't respond to any of your comments. It was just overwhelming, and I'm busy. Like I'm overwhelmed with, not overwhelmed, but I'm on a straightforward path. Like I gotta make a step forward every day. But I'm addressing your comments right now. Actually, I'm gonna go and just address them real quick because they really were like they made me feel so loved. That really makes a difference. And I mean, I must have been doing something right over the years. I must have given some good advice or something. I must have helped people because people really want to help me get better, and it just makes the biggest difference in the world. I'm super lucky that I have a community on of people like you guys, like-minded people on YouTube that I can bounce ideas off and get reactions from. You know, I'm super lucky because most people do not have that, and it's kind of like it's a support system that I helped grow on my channel, right? I made an effort to grow, and it just it's coming back to me in a good way because I feel like I have always karmically been not always. I've been a brat on YouTube before. Like I've been a dick, well, but only when I was drinking, and I only made a few videos like that. I was super drunk. I don't know why I made videos, but I deleted them. But anyways, most of the time, karmically, you know, and that kind of ties in with the law of attraction as well. So I'm just gonna go through these comments real quick because you guys were just on it, and I was like, no way, like that's my family, man. Like all these people here, Ducky McScrooge, Alex D Vlogs, XOP Bags, Blake Dillard, Paul Smith, uh, John Stoops, Cooking with Mr. Sign, uh, uh, Kowalski Studio, Zenobio, Connie Stewart, Parsa, John Del Rio. I mean, like so many people. Guac Girl, you guys are awesome, and you know I have to just say thank you so much. Like, you mean just as much, you know, as I do. Like you are putting out so many good vibes. Miss C, M Grimes, you know, like what you're doing out there, spreading these wonderful comments, putting these comments on my video. You know, I'm so lucky. Um, Wonderful comments. Nate C said, Mike, keep your head up. We all have our own addictions, whatever it may be. When you feel weak, pray, talk to a friend. I keep you in my prayers, my friend. I want you to succeed in more than financials. You're a good person, and our faults don't define who we are as people. Keep your head up, brother. Yeah. Kevin Kevin Taft said, very genuine video. What you said about service is key. Love thy neighbor as thyself. Focus on what is good, honorable, and true. Much love and perseverance, Mike. Thank you, Kevin. Michael O2 said, wow, Mike, everyone has missed you so much. So happy to see you again. You have so much courage. You can do this. Like, dude, thank you, man. Like, it means so much, man. You guys. Legendary Dave, I'm happy to see you, Mike. I'm praying for your brother. Thank you, man. Thank you so much. C. Titus. C. Titus made a music video, and he sent it to me the other day. He's like, Mike, this is, you helped me make this. Like, you inspired me, and you like, and I'm like, wow, dude, like, stop it. I don't deserve any kind of praise like that. But he said, C. Titus said, you have always been humble to me. I'm sure you might have had your moments that only you know, but you are one of the most humble guys I've met. Oh, man, and that makes me feel good because the more humble you are, the more gracious the world will be to you. Or, you know, at least you will have, I think you would have like more of a blessing in disguise, you know. So who else? Mangoes, a raw and real watch. Thanks for sharing all this. Mike, you're not alone. A brave thing you're doing. Hang in there. Go with your gut intuition. And that's huge, guys. Always. The intuition part is where I got away from. It's like, and that's one of my next big things I'm going to try to get into is actual meditation. Because using intuition is crucial in this day and age. If you don't have any kind of intuition to listen to, or if it's blocked out, and you can't read it or see it or feel it, there's something very wrong with you spiritually, and so that's huge to work on that, and that's what I'm going to be working on too. like opening the chakras and all that. Right now, I believe speaking out on YouTube is like, to me, it's like helping open up my throat chakra. Because you don't want to keep everything in. You don't want to keep everything in. I mean, that's a disaster waiting to happen. Red Bull vodka. Red Bull vodka said, "Good luck with the abstinence. It took me years to quit. Lockdown helped me quit being able to avoid stressful people. I haven't had a drink for 13 months now. You will do it, bro. Bless you." Um, yeah, so start exercising. Yep, yep, yep. There's yeah, and I had to show you guys how much I was hurting. That was difficult, but not as difficult as it would have been like a year ago, when I still had this like image to uphold. Like, I'm Crypto Mike. I've got it all together. You know, I'm 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 perfect. No, like that's not the case. But what we can do though is really share our knowledge with each other, which is what we do here on YouTube, on my channel. Try to share the best all around knowledge for life, you know, financially mostly, because we love crypto. Crypto is a tool of freedom. Um, Depending on how deep you think about it, I guess. But we love crypto. We love planning for the future, right? Financial planning for our families, ourselves. And we love sharing life advice with each other. So let's go back to the law of attraction, which is what I should have been talking about the whole time. But this is real. I mean, things are about to get real. Law of attraction can help you go into that 5D place. You know what I mean? Now, with that said, too, I'm not counting out Christianity or Jesus. He plays a huge role in our lives. Like, if we want to, uh, be pure, following Jesus's teachings are like extraordinarily recommended. Like, very recommended, because the Ten Commandments teach you purity, and of course, society does not want you to. They don't want anything to do with that nowadays. At least the vision of the illusion of society that we see, because a lot of what we see in society is just an illusion, because a lot of it's produced and it's put on social media. You think they don't have any control over the algorithms that show us what we're seeing? So like what we're shown is intentional, you know. So like I said, all this fear-based news and media that we're seeing, you know, it's intentional, and I think they're intentionally going to destroy the system, and so they can rise like the phoenix with the new system. Like, these people are invested in the new system already. They already know what the new system has in store, so they're invested. So even though they're losing out on this old system, do you think Warren Buffett's a loser? You think he's losing because he's old and he's part of the old system? No, he has money set aside to buy the dip. He has tons of money, billions and billions, to buy the dip. Like, he's gonna know what to buy. It doesn't matter. Anyways, so with law of attraction, one thing is that like attracts like. All right. So if you're around like negative people, but you're a positive person, you're like well intentioned, you're moving forward in life, and you do not like negativity, like, you will not hang out with those negative people. So think about that next time you're negative and you wonder why you don't have many friends. And if you do have friends, they're not very good, because they're also kind of the same low energy, type as you. They're not really producing much for this world, but they're taking. You know what I mean? It's a balance of give and take. So like attracts like. Now, really positive people tend to hang out with other really positive people. Like strong people tend to hang out with other strong people. Um, so like if you're gonna be negative, you know, then just expect negative to come back to you like a magnet. Like whatever energy you are in, it comes back to you. Like the other day, if I didn't make that video, I wouldn't have got a call from my friend, and she gave me the best words of advice, like, you know, and it made such a huge difference, just that little phone call, you know, and then just your comments made such a. That's why I'm back on YouTube, so much love shown my way. I must have done something in the past to have that kind of energy transfer between you and I. And so I'm going to keep moving forward and give you back. I'm going to start giving back again because I feel like I've been just taking from the world the last year or two, really not doing much in the way of production. I haven't, and so like one of the biggest things I can do for the world, I've noticed, is try to help people with what I know. This all this crazy like esoteric weird new age stuff, any kind of spiritual stuff, whatever, even crypto stuff. Like I've tried to help and help, and so having a YouTube platform, I'm able to do that, and I'm extremely gracious for that. I'm blessed. And so like that's another thing is like when you say these words out loud, like I've said before, the two most important words in the English language are I am. Because whatever you say after that or think after that, after those two words, is what becomes your reality. And you keep saying it over and over. I love life. Like I'm in love with life. I am going to have a great day today. First thing in the morning. First thing in the morning. Thank you, Lord, for blessing me with this beautiful life that I have. So thank yous, I ams, affirmations. First thing in the morning, as you're making your bed, right after you get out of bed, make your bed and do those positive affirmations. They will make the greatest difference in your day. Like literally, just 1 minute of positive affirmations, saying them out loud or thinking them. Saying out loud is better because you're thinking and speaking. Will completely change the course of your day. So negative thinking it attracts negative experiences. So positive thinking will attract desirable experiences, something that you are down with, and that's all it takes. It's so easy and it's free. You don't have to pay money. You don't have to take a course. You don't have to. All the information's out there on the web, and it works. It's so easy. And then you got a ton of YouTube people telling you, like, there are so many great law of attraction videos out there that completely explain it, and the different YouTubers give their own versions of it, and it helps you put it together all in one place. Let me make sure. Okay, I still have people here. Good. Money pox. Yeah, what do you think about that, huh? You think we're gonna get another lockdown? And then that would crash the market even more. I honestly feel like it's the apocalypse. Like, if all these things keep cascading, Bitcoin could literally go back to like 3,000. It really could. It could go back to like last cycle's lows. It just that wouldn't, if Bitcoin's bullish though in the long run, it doesn't make sense. Like there would be too many buyers, A lot of the big players have been saying that they would start buying at around 20,000 again. A lot of these people, like Mark Cuban and I think even who else? There's a few other, but they all say the same thing. 20,000 is their key number. So they're going to be starting to buy. I don't think we can really get below, maybe 10,000. If we do it, it should be very brief because there's so many huge buyers out there. and institutions haven't even come in yet. So let's go to the chat real quick. Thanks, Stilt. Monkeypox, bro. Now, monkeypox seems a little scarier than COVID. Dark agenda, they want to control the world's population. Now, the crazy thing is, though, is that I know it's evil and I would never do it, but I can see where they're coming from, to be honest. Like, do you see how many, all these people in the world? It's very hard to control all these people. So I do think they have this kind of agenda like that. Only the strong will survive this decade, really, because I think the plans are that there's a lot of changes, a lot of, well, it's the fourth industrial revolution. They already laid it out. Klaus Schwab laid out his plan in his book, COVID, the Great Reset. I mean, it's obviously, being used. And so what makes people think like, oh, what makes people think this wasn't possibly kind of planned out in a way, But who knows, Anyways, sugar is terrible for you. I don't eat a lot of sugar. When I was a kid, I was diagnosed with ADHD. And so I was like really checking out what would affect me. And, when I was like a teenager, I was like looking, researching, and they said one of the worst things is sugar, like people with ADHD. But the fact is, sugar is poison in our bodies. Like we did not evolve to be eating the kind of sugar we're eating. Like literally, we did not evolve as humans to be eating the stuff we're eating nowadays, like all the processed stuff. And sugar is leading to obesity and diabetes and heart attacks and unhappiness, mental health. Sugar really messes you up. Some people don't think it, but it's true. Like, go a whole week without sugar, like any sugar whatsoever, and kind of document mentally in your head like how you feel every day, and then see if you progressively feel a little more stable. Because sugar really knocks you out of your stability, Your moods will just go up and down, you'll crash, all that stuff. So try a week without sugar. Now, I'm sure most of you guys don't, because I know my community. I know you guys. You guys are freaking awesome and smart. Drop sugar, you'll hear your intuition loud and clear. Well, I'm on the keto diet. I've been on the keto diet for, I think, like 4 days now. And I know I said I was not going to eat carbs, but I'm not eating carbs. I bought these tortillas, though, that are like carb balanced, and I guess they're keto friendly, but you just, you only eat 1 or 2 a day. So I've been having like, I made this tofu, egg, soy chorizo scramble. I've just been having little egg burritos for breakfast, and then just some chicken the rest of the day, and there's no sugar at all. And I feel so much more stable. And I also cut out coffee too. And that really makes me feel like much more stable, like no crashes, none of that stuff. So let's go back to law of attraction. Okay, so this point says nature abhors a vacuum. This law of attraction suggests that removing negative things from your life can make space for more positive things to take place. It is based on the notion that it's impossible to have a completely empty space in your mind and in your life. Since something always fills the space, it is important to fill that space with positivity, proponents of this philosophy say. So, filling your head with positive words, positive affirmations. The more you do it, literally, like, you can change your life, almost overnight. If you repeat phrases in your head, like one simple one is, I'm very happy. I am very happy. You might not be having any extraordinarily different kind of day than any other day, but if you do say that first thing in the morning over and over, and you kind of just get that ingrained into
your mind, you're just going to be very happy. There's no way around it. Because if you believe it when you say it, that becomes your reality. You'll smile more without even knowing it. You'll just be, you could go through a tough, um, you could go through a tough job at work with some other employees. They might be miserable, but you won't be miserable, you know, because you're very happy. You know, you might not be showing it. You don't want to be like, hey, I'm happy about this. I don't think that's going to work out well with you and the guys who are miserable. I don't think they're going to like you for it. But it does kind of rub off. You wouldn't want to be showing off or anything, but you do have an impression on pretty much everyone you make, and especially people you're around all the time, like constantly. Like for example, one of my old coworkers, he's an old dude. Maybe he's in his 60s, mid 60s, I think. He must have, I don't know, he might have been in 59 or something, but he was a smoker. But he was kind of a miserable guy. And I had the lucky fortune to get to work with him like side by side for like 3 years straight, just me and him at the shop. Uh, and After a few years of him knowing me, he was a little bit of a different person around me, at least. He seemed a little nicer, a little more accepting of the world. You know, of course, he died of lung cancer because he smoked. But I do feel like, because he was a dick to me at first, really, for a couple years actually. He was an ass, you know. But um, I was always positive, happy-go-lucky, and I think I annoyed him at first, but towards the end, you know, I think he liked it. You know, I think it really helped his, you know, with his mental positivity, I guess, with his mental state. Even though he couldn't stop smoking, he passed away. But that's just an example. Present is always perfect. Okay, how do you use the law of attraction? Okay, so being grateful is huge. Being grateful is like, if you ever felt like you don't have anything, like you're empty, you're dead inside, or you don't have any possessions, you're just like, your life is fucked up. Well, be grateful for the stuff you have, man. Don't focus on what you don't have. Like, you have so much, regardless of your material belongings. You have yourself, and you have nature, and you have a life. And I mean, hell, if you live in the United States, you still have freedom to do anything. You can be an entrepreneur, you know. Um, Even people in oppressed countries, they still have life. They still have their family. They still have love. And it's really a decision. You can decide to be miserable, or you can decide to make the best of what you got. And what you have, the best things in life, they're all free. You don't have to pay anything. You just got to make an effort, you know? That's all. You got to make an effort and decide to be happy, because you have to learn how to use this kind of um, this philosophy or this mental like mindset, you know, in order to advance yourself in your life and grow and be everything you never thought you could be, but now you know it's all yours, you know? Like, the world's your oyster, right? Um, so look for the positives in any given situation that you're in. Always think like with the glass half full mentality. Like, be optimistic about things, you know? And that's how you attract positivity and optimism and great experiences into your life. People will flock to you because they love the positive energy you're producing. And there'll be people who need that kind of person in their life because they want to be a good person too. They want to grow too. You know, they want to be positive, happy, grateful, blessed, all that stuff, just like you. You know, so being positive, you will attract positive people. Some will be more advanced than you in their spirituality or, you know, whatever. Some won't be. Some will look up to you. Some you will look up to. Um, let's see. So you need to also learn how to identify negative thinking, which is very difficult nowadays because a lot of our thinking is by default negative. Why? Because society is just naturally negative. And I think it's kind of been like that for quite a long time, you know, thousands and thousands of years. Um, but using positive affirmations is literally a huge deal. Learn how to identify negative thinking, not feed into it though. So identify it, and instead of saying, I don't want to do that, so reframe that into, I want to do this. So don't be like, I don't want to be unhappy, because those are two negatives you're saying in the sentence. So you're already like damning yourself with negativity. Even though two negatives make it positive, it doesn't matter. You're still using negative words. Don't use them. Cut that out. Don't say I don't want to be unhappy. Say I am happy. It's much easier. It's more simple. And the more you cut out negative words from your mind and your mouth, the happier you will be. The more positive you will be. You won't feel like a piece of shit anymore. Like if you're feeling like a piece of shit, it's because you're feeding into it. You're doing it yourself. You know? It's so easy. We're not freaking slaves or anything. You know, we have freedom, you know. Maybe back hundreds of years ago it was different, you know, but even then slaves could have used the same law of attraction to feel better about their situation, to look for the positive. I mean, there's always positives. So, and I know that was a touchy subject. I shouldn't have brought that up, um, but it's true. Any situation you're in, you know, like even if you were in prison or something, you can make the best of it. You know, like Andy Dufresne and the library guy. You know, look, they made the best of their situation. Like Red, you know, he was looked up to, and he knew where to find all the stuff. You know, Andy Dufresne was like, what was he, a lawyer or something? I forgot what he was. A tax man? I forgot what is, but I'm talking about the Shawshank Redemption. Anyways, so look, the spiritual effects here of the law of attraction, um, it may produce results because it taps into your spirituality. Spirituality itself is connected to a variety of health benefits, um, you know, like reduced stress, reduced anxiety, reduced depression, or um, instead of a reduced depression, maybe a better overall well-being. So like even like I used to do this a lot. I mean I literally would think about the words I was saying, and I would make a point to cut out any kind of negative word I would be saying. And it just made a humongous difference, and I could tell I was different than a lot of people because I feel like I'm spiritually more advanced because I understand this stuff. Some people, especially older people who, you know, um, you can't teach an old dog new tricks or whatever, you know. It's kind of, you know, that's a saying. It's not true, um, but a lot of older people will be kind of more stubborn when looking into this kind of thing. There's a lot of older men that I've been around who are just miserable, and they blame everything else but themselves for that. You know, so we have to really focus on ourselves first, and like, what am I doing here? What am I doing? You know, I'm being miserable. Well, it's not because anyone else is doing it. It's because I'm doing it. I'm the one who's being miserable. So, you know, you gotta get past that. You gotta be open-minded enough to get past that if you want a good life. But some people don't want that. Some people do feel comfort in being sad or miserable. They find it comfortable because it's the only feeling they know, you know. Um, so, you know, but they don't really last too long, you know, and they only have an impact on a minuscule amount of people in life, I would say, but um, so use grateful, positive thoughts, feelings, and focus on our, like, what we just focus on what you really want, and be strong, get past feeling sorry for yourself or anything like that. That does not get anyone anywhere, ever. um so, like, that, okay, so I'm reading off this little website here, that I'm just kind of glancing over it. So it's because it's been a while, man. It's been a while. But now I'm like, it's all coming back to me. Oh, yeah. I remember this. Like, this was good stuff, man. This changed my life. So, utilizing the law of attraction may also bring about positive impacts on mental well being. Seriously, it's like mental well being is free. You don't have to go to a therapist or a psychiatrist. Focus on attaining a new reality, and by believing it's possible. You have to believe it's possible. You have that's one of the first steps, is you have to believe it. You can't be doubtful. Like, you have to really believe it. When I first started, I believed it. I was like, dude, this stuff is so real. Like, where has this been my whole life? A few, like, 7 years ago, when I first started looking into it. Um, so conversely, when we don't believe that something is in the realm of possibilities for us, we tend to let opportunities pass by unnoticed. So when we're in a different mindset, we won't see these opportunities. But when we get into the right mindset, all right, the one that we need to grow, the one that's going to help us with our mental stability and overall well-being, we won't miss those opportunities, because we'll believe that they're ours for the taking, because we attracted them into our lives. And we don't have to feel bad, like, you don't have to feel like you don't deserve it, because you do deserve it, because you're the one who produced it. So you dreamed it up, right? You dreamed up this reality, and now it's yours. It takes practice, though. It takes years. When we don't believe when we believe we don't deserve good things, we behave in ways that sabotage our chances of happiness. Um, so that's exactly true. I mean, that's what I pretty much did the last few years. I think part of me felt like, maybe I don't deserve this. Maybe I don't deserve anything good to happen to me. And I think drinking really messes with people's minds too. That was a big factor in why I kind of went downhill. Obviously, I mean, if I wasn't drinking, I don't think I really would have gone downhill at all. But like I said in my last vid, I think my higher self kind of wanted to put me through it, kind of put me through that, show myself who I really am, how I respond to having this kind of new lifestyle, and then learn from that for the next go around, because there will be one, and this is what we're preparing for now. And now we know how to do it, because we did it last cycle. We're going to do it again this cycle, twice as good. It's going to be twice as good. We're going to do it, I mean, we can make it 10 times as good, because now we have a lot of tools, and wisdom and experience at our disposal. So changing our self-talk is how we can reverse negative patterns in our lives. So our self-talk is crucial to the way we live in our lifestyle. Like, before you ever speak, there has to be a thought first, right? So thoughts are the most important thing to work on. So yeah, so basically you have your thoughts, right? and then they become a spoken word, right? Um, and that spoken word becomes an action. Because if you're about to build a building, well, you have to have the thought first. You have to think about it. Then you have to speak about it to whoever is helping you build it, or the lumber suppliers, or whatever. You have to speak it out. Tell them what you want, what you need, right? So you have the thought first of building the foundation, the house, the building. Um, then you speak about it, right? Then you put it into action, right? So your thoughts, first comes thought, then comes speech, then comes action. Now, the more you continue actions similar to this, they kind of build up into what becomes your character. And so it takes a long time to build that character, but it happens over time. And that becomes your destiny. Because, well, it all starts with your thoughts, but whatever strong character you become, everything about you will be attracted to you. So whatever kind of character you are, you're going to attract the same kind of energy from outside of yourself, like a magnet, straight to yourself. So whatever your character becomes, it's, the more you strengthen it, the more you build it, that becomes your destiny. And so it could go either way. You could have a really nasty, terrible, pathetic character, and if you keep going down that direction, it's going to get exponentially worse, and your destiny is basically, you're doomed to fail, Or you could go the positive route, and you could believe in love and life and happiness. Fully 100% believe in it, practice it, get it down, spread it, and it'll come right back to you in the form of your destiny. So, research on optimism shows that optimists enjoy better health, greater happiness, and more success in life. And that's just kind of like common knowledge, right? Maybe not to everyone, but it's just kind of common. Like, look at Elon Musk. He's pretty optimistic, and he also happens to be successful, right? So people like that, I mean, even Jeff Bezos, he's optimistic. You cannot be an entrepreneur without being optimistic. It just doesn't work. One of my favorite streamers, Patrick Bet David, super optimistic. I mean, he is just so in control of his life. He knows exactly what he's doing. He wrote a book called like The Next 10 Steps, I think, or something like that. I need to actually buy that one. Right now, I'm just started reading Jordan Peterson's 12 Rules for Life. So it's pretty good so far. So optimists, they possess traits that allow them to focus their thoughts on their successes and mentally minimize their failures. So focus on your successes, on your future successes that you're gonna create for yourself, and learn how to recognize negative thought patterns and initially recognize them, and then learn how to subtract them from your thought process, your daily thought process, and your speech patterns. Let's see. Tips for practicing law of attraction. Journaling. I don't do that. I should. I've been told that it's really good for you. It would probably help me feel like I'm more in control and like more organized. So that is one thing I don't do, but I should be doing, and I will be doing eventually. And I already know. I can see where I'm headed. So, journaling. So writing down your thoughts can help you better learn to recognize your habitual thought patterns, to see whether you tend towards optimism or pessimism, and learn more about changing negative patterns of thoughts. So it really just writing it down on paper it's kind of like saying something out loud. Oh, I have this thought that just keeps happening over and over in my head. I just keep having this thought, and it's really frustrating me, and it's making me anxious. And I don't know if it's true or not, but I believe it's true, and it's about this other person. And I don't have any evidence or facts or anything, but I feel like this person did this or is saying this about me. And then once you say it out loud, though, it sometimes you're like afterwards you just kind of have to laugh like at how stupid it sounds, but you have to say it out loud to hear it first from your own mouth, and then you realize you should not be having that thought anymore because it doesn't make any sense. It's not logical, it's not rational, right? So you have to speak it out loud. So it's the same concept with journaling, writing it down, and then at least when you write it down too, you can go back and review your notes. So I mean, it is like literally it is probably very helpful. I haven't had the discipline to sit down and really do that. I'm very impulsive, which is why it's hard for me to read books too. But I have a ton of great books that need to be read. So, and I think making lifestyle changes like going on the keto, cutting out coffee, I think that's going to help. Obviously, cutting out my huge drinking habit. That's the big difference. That's a game changer for me. So, anyways, they say practice acceptance. Instead of focusing on what's wrong about the present or what needs to be changed, work on accepting things as they are. This doesn't mean that you won't continue to work toward a better future. It just means that you won't get bogged down by wishing for things to be different. Yeah. So also practice positive self-talk, which I already discussed. If you struggle with being overly self-critical, and a lot of us are, I am. A lot of us are, and we shouldn't be, because that's really just sad. We're holding ourselves back because no one's perfect, right? You know, yeah. So no one's perfect. We all have problems. Shoot, and we are always our worst self critics, unless you have some like psychological crazy problem, and you're like a psychopath or whatever. Like you everyone is their own like worst critic. And I used to be really bad. Like I used to hate myself, and I've slowly over the years started to love myself. You know, and when you love yourself, because you realize you have so much potential, you have so much power to help change the world. Even if you change one life, like, and that's my goal. Like that gives me a purpose. It really does. Like that's pretty much one of my biggest purposes that I love to feed into. I want to help people. I really do. I love helping people. People who are in need, like, of course, trusting, that's an issue for me. I've had trust issues, and I'm trying to get over that. I've had paranoia. I've had trust issues. That's something that's a roadblock for me that I need to get over. I have been getting over it slowly but surely in different ways. But so to trust someone and try to discern if they're just trying to take from you or if they're really in need. That's kind of comes down to your intuition. But I think the first reaction you should always have is to try to help them, and then maybe kind of step back and say, okay, but if it doesn't feel right, you got to make sure you protect yourself as well, because there are a lot of vampires out there. Energy vampires. That's what they call them. Is anyone still here? Let's see. Yeah, what's up, guys? Let's go to the chat. Hey, Mikey, I love your quotes. I ride with that, and will always. Thanks, Thea. Appreciate it. Appreciate your comment. What's your take on the SEC case? How long would they let this ripple? I don't know. I don't even think about it. I think people are putting way too much of their energy into that. Like, just have your XRP and forget about it, man. XRP and Ripple is not like life. I do not like Ripple, the company, whatsoever. I'm not happy with them. I don't like them. I think they're just as bad as any of these, like Facebook. I mean, do you really like love Facebook with a? Do you love it with all your heart? Do you love Facebook? Ripple's the same thing. It's the same big corporation, like bankers, like just elite billionaires who are gonna be using other people. I mean, it's just like they're working with the banks, so it's like, yeah, I mean, we should not. They're gonna be harmful to us, like just like Facebook has been. Even Flexa, to be honest, even Flexa's doing. They're gonna be kind of a Ripple. You know, I don't like the company, but I know I'm pretty damn sure these assets are gonna go up. So AMP, yeah, I'm holding my AMP. I haven't sold any. Well, I sold a little. I had to, because that was my biggest holding, and I wish I didn't, but I needed some money for rent and stuff, you know. So, but I haven't sold my XRP. I have an amount of XRP that I've held for like 3 years now that I won't go under, and I won't. So I haven't sold any XRP for a long, long time. Um, but I'm definitely bullish on AMP. It's gonna, uh, you know, um, as long as they, well, they have to use AMP. That's the difference between Ripple and Flexa. Okay, so what's up, OC? How you doing, brother? Banker absolutely manifest happiness, and it puts yourself, your whole self, into higher consciousness and well-being. Totally. Keep going. Happy to help you stay away from the keto breads. Yeah, so like I feel kind of guilty about eating those tortillas, but they're only 5 grams, or no, 4 grams of net carbs. So I don't know, but it's like, I don't know. It's hard not to have a little bit of like tortilla or bread or something. Drinking sugary drinks like soda, even just one a day, is linked to a high risk of liver cancer. Oh, I'm sure. Like, one soda has like, how much? Like 4 grams, 4 tablespoons of sugar or something? It's ridiculous. Hey, Paul Smith, I think you're the one who also told me about eating wild caught salmon. It's good for your uh, liver or something. The World Economic Forum, you will own nothing and be happy. It's like, I get what they're saying. I understand what they're saying. I understand the plan. They're gonna make it easy on us eventually. Probably not in the next decade, but after 2030, things will probably be kind of settled down a little bit, maybe. Um, Hopefully World War III will be over. um, but hopefully that'll be over. That I don't know, but it is going to be very messy because of the awakening. Too many people are waking up, but that might be part of their plan too. The COVID narrative will change the monkeypox. Yeah, possibly that's what I'm kind of thinking, maybe. PO agreed. I start my alkaline journey, and oh, nice. Yeah, alkaline journey. Could you give me a little more info on that? Because yeah, I've drinking like alkaline water for like a few weeks straight, and I really did feel better. I felt more energetic, like a little more balanced, I guess. Agenda 21, moving to Agenda 30. Oh, I I forget what all these agendas are, but I thought Agenda 30, Agenda 21. I don't remember, but because yeah, I just don't dwell on those things much. I do what I can, but hold on. Yeah, okay. I do what I can to make sure I'm preparing myself, but uh, I really don't dwell on the conspiracy stuff much because it really makes me anxious and depressed. And like, there's no point in doing that because that's what attracts all this stuff even more, right? So like, the more you feed into it, the more you give it energy, the more it's going to come back to you in certain ways. So that's what I would do. Oh yeah. Dr. Sebi. Oh, I heard he got like canceled hardcore, didn't he? Or murdered or something because of like all this important information he was sharing with society. They killed him, yeah, for curing diseases like cancer, even AIDS and HIV. I believe it. You think they don't have a cure for cancer yet? I'm sure. They're making way too much money on us, and they don't want all of us alive. Why? Because we take up. It's just too complicated with all these people. You know, they're gonna let the stupid people die off. That's what's gonna happen. This next decade, it's gonna be survival of the fittest. Basically, that's pretty much what it boils down to. But I'm not gonna look too into this kind of stuff because it hinders my positive growth spiritually and mentally. Yeah, dude, I'm gonna have to go watch a documentary on him. I forgot about him. He has a list of natural food that is real, not man-made. So like what I've been doing is just I roasted a chicken. I've just been eating chicken. Um, I made that tofu egg scramble, which is pretty good. And really I haven't been eating much lately, and I feel better now because I only eat mostly just one meal a day, maybe two. But that's kind of how that's kind of a cool thing about fasting is it gives your body a chance to reduce like any kind of inflammation you might have from your food, and then kind of heal itself. Because when you're constantly eating, you never give your body a chance to calm down, like just chill, and then go into action, healing itself and stuff. But because it's trying to produce all these different chemicals to digest all the different stuff you're eating. It's trying to produce all these different enzymes, and if you're eating all sorts of different stuff mixed together all at once, your body gets very confused, and it has to digest each different thing with a different kind of enzyme, meaning it's just really hard on your gut and like your body. Um, and it also, most of the food we eat nowadays, especially all the processed food, is very inflammatory. Especially, well, grains and carbs, grains and flour, that stuff, wheat, it's very inflammatory to your body. And we eat it because why? Well, because I think the food pyramid told us to, right? Back in the 90s, we had the food pyramid that said we should be eating like mostly pastas and breads. It's like, oh my gosh, dude! Like, what industry pushed for this food pyramid? You know, who's behind the food pyramid? That's what I would like to know. And they said eat very little oils and fats. Well, nowadays they're saying like healthy fats are way better for you than any kind of carbs because your body doesn't need any excess weight on it, you know. So eating carbs that changes into fat that stores on your body. But when you eat healthy fats, it metabolizes like your body cannot draw off of anything but that fat, you know, and your body fat. And then over time it starts burning off that fat and it melts off like butter. But you got to stick with it. You have to go into ketosis. So that's what I'm trying out. That's what I'm doing. The keto. Yeah, coconut water is delicious, man. Every time I drink it, my body thanks me like hardcore. My body's like, oh, this feels so good. Like, give me more. Like, seriously, coconut water is so good. Oh, shit. Water fasted for 21 days? That's a spiritual experience in itself right there. You'd be in a different world than anyone else. Like, that must be, but I bet he would be weak, like, after 21 days. But then again, like, he was putting nothing in his body that would feed the cancer. So his body naturally was able to heal itself, I guess. I believe all that. I believe that, dude. Because, like, no one water fasts for 21 days. That's very, very rare. So, like, how would we know? You know, and if they've done experiments and studies on this, they probably don't want us to know about it because water's free. You know, like, they can't sell it to you. You know, pay the water bill, of course, but it's very cheap. Very cheap. And, like, they're not making any money off of people who are fasting on water. So, like, if there's studies being done, most of them are not going to be published wide scale, you know, like for everyone to see. Like, if you really want to research, it's there, but it's not going to be like on the front page of Google, you know, unless you're actually looking it up. Most people don't do that. Okay, guys, I'm going to get going. We'll continue like law of attraction later, but hopefully someone here gained a tidbit of knowledge and can put it to use, because it's very important stuff. All right. Thanks for being here, guys. I love you, and have a wonderful day. And practice that law of attraction, that powerful, positive mindset that you know you've got. You just gotta access it. All right, guys. Have a good one. Crypto Mike out. Peace.